how do you get them to see that? Well, what I do is I would first and just look at their production and say, okay, so if you're a smaller shop and you're doing, let's just say, 20 million a month or 30 million a month in loan volume, what I could tell you is out of that 20 or 30 million in loan volume, what if I could show you ways that you could have taken that 20 or 30 million and we could have turned that into maybe 40? It sounds a lot better, doesn't it? Well, the reason it sounds better is because there's a lot of opportunities missed that we're not used to looking at. Hence, if an inspection comes back bad, or an appraisal comes back bad, or it comes in with some subject to items, or it comes in at low value, most people look at that and say, damn,
deal's dead.
Deal's dead, right? Mm-hmm. No, it's not. You're in an FHA loan. You're already approved for an FHA loan. Guess what? You're approved for an FHA 203K loan too. But what happens is in the industry, and I've dealt with this countless times, years and years, of people don't offer it because they just don't know it, they don't understand it.
If 90% of the people disregard this program, like we've done, I just told you the story this morning. We just did it this morning.
There's a lot of them.
Or like some of the major mortgage company mutual friends that we have, they all disregard it. Yep. Okay. Well, if everybody and their mother is saying this program's too hard for us, that means that whoever does take the time to learn it is going to have a plethora of business.
There's no competition in this space.
Right?
I've been saying it for a long time.
And help me out here, because you are Mr. Renovation, because you're the one that is most known as 203K through the FHA program.
Yeah,
right?
203K.
That's probably
is
the most known, right?
That's what everybody refers to.
But you say Mr. Renovation because Renovation doesn't you're not FHA.
No.
We got reservation in every space, I believe, right? Fannie, Freddie, VA.
All of them.
Okay.
Yep. So
USDA.
Yeah. We call that the unicorn of the loans in the industry in renovation.
Yeah.
But really, at the end of the day, there's a renovation outlet for every outlet in traditional. So there's VA, there's Fannie, there's Freddie, there's USDA, there's FHA 203K. And so, what I try to tell people is the biggest piece where I started to see a huge shift in my business from 2023 to now, current day, is actually going out and educating and helping our real estate partners. What I'm seeing just in Florida alone, if the average age of a property is 42 years old, renovation is going to be your best friend. Now, why is it going to be your best friend? Because odds are you're going to fail an inspection, you're going to have some appraisal issues, or you're going to have current listings and sellers that their house is just, sorry, but it's like the Brady Bunch family reunion when you walk in, right? And so they pass on it. Now, they love the area, they love the location, but all of a sudden they're like, yeah, but it's just not what we're looking for. No, well, odds are you're not going to find anything that you're looking for. Mm-hmm. And they consider, in recent studies and research shows, that they consider something to be outdated 7 years or more. I was sitting down with an agent the other day. We were working on a transaction, and she got an offer that got submitted, and it was a VA offer. And she said she was going to have to decline it. And it was a $575,000 offer. And it was a full price offer. They didn't want any extra closing, anything. They just full price offer, ready to go. And she said, I'm going to have to turn it down. I'm going to have to turn it down because it's not going to pass a VA appraisal. And so, and I scratched my head when I overheard the conversation. I said, wait. Don't pass on that offer. You can utilize VA still.
Never thought about that either.
And then she thought about it and she goes, well, Vince, that's not possible. It's got bare floors and it's got a staircase missing a railing. It's never going to make it. It's never going to pass. And I said, it will with VA renovation.
Yep.
And let me explain what that looks like. And then next thing you know, she's like, oh my gosh. I said, so here's what you have to do. NAR settlement. What happened? Here's what happened. Conversations and negotiations. That's what's changed in our business, right?
Yeah.
So pick up the phone, have a conversation with the agent that submitted the offer, and let them know that, hey, I would love to accept your VA offer. However, it's not going to pass the VA appraisal unless we do VA renovation. Does your lender offer that? 9 out of 10 times I hear no. I'm like, perfect.